Welcome back to Theresa.is.Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. And if you're new here, welcome. I have an awful garbage mouth, and if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is not the place for you. Feel free to exit out the video here. No harm, no foul. But I'll remember our time fondly. If you want to jump straight to the overall review of the product, I'll leave a time code down below. Feel free to jump ahead. Bitch! I'm back. I'm so fucking back. It feels so goddamn good. It's been a long fucking 2 weeks. You have no idea. And I've actually had to re-record this intro about 6 times because I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. And it's pretty fucking depressing. Needless to say, I'm back. Thank you for being so fucking patient. Thank you for being awesome and sweet and checking in on me and asking me how my move's been going. It has been incredibly so fucking sweet and touching. And I love your little fucking faces and I appreciate it so much. So my move overall was pretty good. I do want to say that I didn't get around to filming me packing my makeup only because I ran out of time. And I blame my job for that because they're assholes and they wouldn't let me take off fucking time really to move. So I basically couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. So with that said, I did set up all my makeup, which is actually on the side of me. Mind you, do not get married to whatever this fucking background is. I really don't know what I'm doing right now. Still trying to figure out with the spacing and all that stuff. So don't mind this. I'm not married to this. I want to have some cute fucking shit in the background. I feel like this white sterileness is killing me. I feel like I'm in a fucking insane asylum. I don't like it. Rest assured, I'm gonna have some cute shit behind me because I know a bunch of you guys have sent me stuff and I loved having that shit in my background. And now you're looking at this stupid fucking white wall. It's dumb. My move overall went pretty swimmingly well. The exception of the movers were pretty fucking late and they dropped half of my shit on the sidewalk. The same sidewalk where I've seen many a times people either pissing, shitting, or coming on. So that was great. Thankfully, there was one casualty in my move, which was this Makeup Maniacs Green Goddess palette, which if you haven't seen our review, I'll link it up over here. That one got fucked in my move, but other than that, everything else pretty much went well. I know I was missing one eyeliner, this Fenty eyeliner, but I did find it. It was just mixed in with some other shit. So one casualty is really not that bad, considering I could have fucked up so much other stuff. It's actually pretty good overall. I do want to mention that I am going to be filming a makeup collection video only because I really like how my whole setup is going on right now, and I wish you could see it because it's really fucking cool and cute and shit. And instead you gotta look at this stupid ass white background. But I do have this really cool blue chair, but I'm too fat so you can't see it, so I'll insert a picture here.
I'm a booty guru now. I'm coming for you, bitch.
I love this. I feel like such a bougie little fuck face with it. I don't know. I needed the fucking fur too because I just wanted to be such an asshole with it. I love it. So I do want to say thank you for being patient and just being awesome. And I'm back and I'm fucking back and I'm gonna continue my schedule of shooting 3 times a week. And then I have, of course, the Miserable 3 podcasts on my separate channel. Everything will be linked down below as always. As you guys know, I moved to a completely different neighborhood, which also means that I have a completely different commute. So my old commute was filled with, you know, just craziness.
Tomfoolery.
Fucking Gila monsters. It was insane. I know. I'm getting ready for my Alyssa Edwards palette review. All those words are coming to me right now.
Totally.
But needless to say, it has always been a complete experience. So the new commute that I have, it's like half bus, half train. And it's interesting. The express bus that I take, because the express bus is the express bus, there's nobody really incredibly fun, with the exception of one man that I watched him eat giant family-sized bag of Cheetos, the puffed kind. He made eye contact with me while he ate them. And I just kept thinking, if this is how you start your day, I'd hate to see how you end it. And then when I took the train coming home the other night to the new place, everybody was nice. Like, I had a seat, people smiled at me, not in that creepy way, like people actually legitimately smiled. It was unsettling. So needless to say, it's pretty uneventful fucking commute and it's really sad, you know? Kind of miss the crazy. But I do want to share with you the last time that I took the A train because it was pretty fucking magical. I used to take the A train. The A train is just a train full of fucking crazies. It is what it is. I actually got a seat, which is kind of a surprise. And I sat down and I was playing Candy Crush, you know, listening to music, living my best life. When this man comes on the train and the train wasn't super crowded, but there was no seats. So this man had to like stand and hold the pole that was in front of me. And as soon as he like walked in, his eyes were real low. I couldn't even fucking tell if he was actually had his eyes open. Like he was just really, really high. And the fucking smell of weed was so strong. The fact that I could smell it was pretty fucking insane. So he's standing there and like he's holding the pole and he's just looking at everybody and smiling. I don't know, it just made me fucking laugh. Like it was making me kind of chuckle because he just looked so genuinely happy to be on the train. During a stop, he opens his bag and he takes out a big fucking banana. Like the banana had to be like this big. It almost looked like a plantain. Like it was a huge fucking banana. And like he starts unpeeling it and he's just smiling at the banana. He's just like, He's just like looking at everybody. He's like pointing at the banana and just going like this. I don't even know for who or for what, but it was giving me so much life, you have no fucking idea. But what killed me was when he actually finished peeling the banana, took it to his face, he closed his eyes, he opened his mouth. Oh God. And he totally missed it. And, and the banana just smushed across his face like. He took it away and like half the banana is fucked up looking and he just went. Yeah, so I basically watched a man do that for about 15 minutes. Needless to say, the banana actually never went into his mouth because every time he went to go take a fucking bite, he would just miss his mouth and literally just slide it across his fucking face. And I thought to myself, you know, this is actually a really great way to end my relationship with the A train. Watching a man high out of his fucking mind trying to eat a banana. When I was leaving the station to go to the next train, there happened to be a man in the corridor with a felt puppet who was just going, I don't know to who, just to people. And then he took the puppet and then put it on his dick to simulate as if the puppet was sucking his dick. I'm gonna miss my commute. Oh man. On today's video, we're gonna be talking about the NATASHA DENONA Sunrise palette, which is this little beauty right here. Before I give you my overall thoughts, let me read you a little bit about the palette first. Sunrise eyeshadow palette retails for $65. A palette inspired by the warm glow of a morning sunrise with sunny yellows, crimson corals, earthy browns, and powerful pinks, all made to melt together in perfect harmony. The Sunrise palette features 15 brand new shades in NATASHA DENONA's iconic formulas. These shades are picked with the highest quality ingredients to create buttery soft textures that blend seamlessly for vibrant, ultra-pigmented, long-lasting looks. The duochromes, velvety mattes, and sparkling metallic hues will elevate your senses and inspire you to create your own radiant works of art. So for $65, what exactly do you get? You get this little palette right over here, which you can see is pretty fucking adorable. Packaging-wise, I preferred this one over this one, although I do have a soft spot to kind of like the little book feel of it. As you can see, color story-wise, they fit together so well, like peanut butter and ham, and I love that about these two. You do get a lot more product in this one as opposed to this one, but you literally are paying half the amount of money from this to this. For $65, I know you're in a Huda Beauty country, but whatever. Compared to her $129 fucking palettes, this is a steal. Now with that said, you get 15 shades and a myriad of finishes. I did experience a lot of kick up with this palette. I experienced minimal fallout with some colors, but like more of the darker earthy tone colors, I did experience a lot of fallout, especially like right here. So there is a slight cast right here. No, Alex didn't punch me in my fucking face. It's from this palette. And I actually purposely did this before I did my whole base, yet when I was doing my lower lash line, it kind of like exploded everywhere. And this is very, very hard to clean off unless you have a makeup wipe, and I wasn't going to fucking rub all my makeup off and start over again because fuck that shit. I ain't got time for that shit, beach, okay? Here are some of the positives about this palette. I really do love her metallics. I think they're very pretty. Are they the most amazing metallics I've ever used? No. Are they revolutionary? No. But I think they're really fucking nice though. These guys over here are very similar to the quality that's in the mini nude palette. I also really love the shade Morgan, I think, which is their like cream shade. This is very beautiful and very pigmented, and I love the shit out of that. Oh my god, it's so fucking pretty. That was a really, really, really nice shade. The shade underneath it too, Morning, is also another one that's just very, very pretty, and I really thought they were very nice like transition colors. Now I didn't really use the shade Phlox and Azalea. I didn't use that one, but Azalea is more on the powdery side. Literally super, super powdery. This quality is not very similar to these qualities in my eyes. Jasper was interesting. At first I feel like it packed on my lid, and then over time it just starts to disappear. And I think that's the kind of common theme with this palette, is that the darker shades like Jasper, Glory, and Clove, and Poppy, like you place them on the outer corner, but then after like 10 minutes, they fucking disappear. First, I was like, okay, maybe I'm fucking something up because I thought I was like maybe blending them too much. So then I stopped blending them and I just kind of just purposely just stamped them on. After stamping them on, I noticed that they were just disappearing. They were disappearing as if they were some kid on a fucking milk carton. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what am I not doing right? Granted, I'm not a makeup artist. I never claimed claim to be a fucking makeup artist, but I know enough about makeup that it shouldn't be fucking doing that. So you're probably saying to yourself,
well, bitch, you're probably using the wrong kind of primer.
First of all, I think most eyeshadow primers are bullshit, like the Urban Decay one, literally could suck a dick, I don't care about it. But normally what I like to use is a concealer base. Concealer base has always been my
Tried and fucking true.
always worked out very well for me. This did not jive well with that. So then I used P. Louise base because I talked to my friend here, Tara. Hi Tara, I love your little fucking face. She had a really glowing review about this palette. I was actually very excited about getting this palette because of her review. And she used a P. Louise base and her shit lasted all fucking day. However, today when I use P. Louise base, I'm gonna zoom you in a second, you'll see that it looks fucking faded. I don't understand why. So for whatever reason, this eyeshadow formula is just not jiving on my adorable, beautiful skin. It's just, we're not friends. I also have incredibly sensitive eyes. So some of these eyeshadow shades, when I get a little bit too close into the inner corner or the outer corner, fucks me up and I start leaking and then I lose half my look. So the first time that I actually played with this palette, this whole center right here, I completely lost. And it looked so fucking stupid the whole day. So I had to wear my glasses on and hope to God that nobody would actually really look at me because you would see that half my eyeshadow was missing. But it was only to this eye. On this eye, I would get more of an irritation on the outer corner, but not so much in the inner corner. So I think certain eyeshadows were just like kind of fucking with me. But these dark ones, they just disappear a lot. I don't like them. The orange and the yellow were fine. You know, are they the most amazing orange and yellow that I've ever used? No, but I would say that they're probably nicer than the yellow shade that's in this palette. My worst offender is this fucking shade over here. What is this? Yo. First of all, there's a huge fucking dent in the goddamn pan already. Trying to use this with a brush, it was creating craters. It was also very chunky when it was coming out. See how it's like, not even, I'm literally not punching this in, but you can see how it's very, very fucking chunky and patchy. Looks like I have an open sore in my hand. When I was putting this on with the brush, nothing was working. I don't know why, it just didn't work. Nothing was working. I used setting spray, I tried to put a little glitter glue down, nothing was adhering to it. But then when I put my finger on it, then it was fine. I was getting some sort of pigmentation. However, the pigmentation is just, it's not very bright. Even if I try to pack it on, it just, I don't know, it just looks light. It's crazy because I feel like this swatch right here actually looks pretty decent when I do that. But when it's on the lid, I don't know, I'm not having the same effect. So when I first did the makeup on this eye, it looked a lot brighter than what it is. As you can see, it looks incredibly faded, the yellow, as well as like that duochrome shade. It's also very, very patchy in the inner corner because that's where I started getting more eye irritation. I used a dark maroon shade on my lower lash line and I'll show you pictures over here. I started kind of crying on the outer corner and the inner corner because whatever's in it is just not jiving with me. And I started getting bald spots within it. So the other thing that sucks here is that I did pack on a lot of color here and now you can actually see my lid. So it's not lasting. The same dark shade that I put on my lower lash line, again, it would disappear within here. So I layered on so much eyeshadow in that area, but at the end of the day, it just kind of came off faded. So then I used that color and I put it up here and then it just became this harsh line that I can't really buff out. Granted, also these eye looks are not fucking amazing. I just really wanted to play with the color today. I swear guys, I know how to do makeup most of the time. Also, eyeliner looks a little bit thick because I kind of fucked up and I did a really, really thick line with the black and it looks kind of funky. So I put a little Fenty over it, but figured maybe the color would kind of match the whole thing. And it does in a weird way, but you know, it's not my finest work, let's say that. Do I think this palette's worth it? Yes and no. Here's the thing. I like the price point of this. I think it's really awesome. I really do love these two rows right here and I didn't mind the orange or the yellow. This red one I can't speak to, the shade Phlox, but I mean, I did try to swatch it on my hand and kind of compare it to like the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar one, so let me zoom you right in. The more metallic shade is from NATASHA Denona and then the bottom shade is from Jeffree Star. You can see that they're a little bit more similar, except this one has more of a metallic sheen than this one does. Very similar. I think I like half the palette. I think half the palette is $65. No, I want to like pretty much the whole thing. There's maybe one or two shades that I'm not jiving with fine, but the fact that it's literally half the palette I like and the other half I don't like, that's a huge fucking problem. I wish that I didn't purchase this with the Rouge gift card because I would return this. I would not keep this. Because even though I do like these shades, they're not revolutionary and they're not unique enough for me to be like, oh, I'm going to be always reaching for this palette. Honestly, I'm probably not going to be reaching for this palette and it's definitely going to live in a fucking hole bowl with this one next to it, and it'll be a constant reminder that I'm pissing money away. So that's pretty much what's gonna happen with this palette. I just don't think it's really worth it or worth the hype. The color story is very beautiful, and it's definitely prettier in person than it is online. I think quality-wise, it's not really that good. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the fact that they cannot make palettes very similar to the mini nude palette, because that mini nude palette is fucking fantastic and phenomenal, and I do not experience any of the bullshit that I have with this palette. Between the immediate eye irritation and the fucking fading after 2 hours, that's bullshit. For $65, this shit needs to stay on my face for fucking days and not leave it after 2 hours. So I don't think it's really worth the hype. Now, I know there are a lot of reviews on this guy out there already, and a lot of them are pretty glowing and everybody's sucking this thing's dick. Again, makeup is subjective, so what works for me may not work for you or vice versa. So keep that in mind when you're viewing this or when you're checking this out. I do invite you though to go look at it in person. I definitely don't think this is something that you definitely need because we all have these classic warm tone shadows, but for a summer palette, I think it's very, very pretty. But yeah, didn't really work out for me, so that sucks. Yay. In any case, let me know down below how you feel about it. If you have this palette, if you don't have this palette, if you don't give a fuck about this palette, whatever, because I'm dying to know. And yeah, I guess that's about it. On that note, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's free. And hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Discord, Miserable3 Podcast, and some other shit that I'm probably forgetting. And I'll see you little pumpkins later.